Hello and welcome to the video. Today you join me on a Voge DS525 XT. Roll the montage. So thank you so much to Moto GB for loaning me this bike for a couple of months so I can make some juicy content for you. This is my first impressions, literally my first ride, and I have chose one of the most windiest days I could possibly choose. So apologies for that, but the sun is shining. This is going to be a honest review. They haven't told me to say anything. I can say what I like about this motorcycle, and I will. Those that are regular to the channel will know that I am honest on my reviews. If it's bad, I will tell you. And you've got to bear in mind, it's only my opinion, but I am a mechanic by trade. I've owned over 25 motorcycles, including a lot of motorcycles that are very similar to this. I have also demoed the recent NX500, which would be almost a direct comparison to this motorcycle. So hopefully you may value my opinion a little bit. So now I've waffled about that, gave you a bit of background, let's get into the review. So initial first impressions, I haven't rode a motorcycle for about 3 months. So it's quite heavy. The bike I've just got rid of was a Honda Monkey 125. Previous bike before that I had a GS 1200, so both ends of the scale. Yeah, this felt a little bit heavy. It's gonna be, isn't it, if I'm used to a 125. But once you get going, it's not too bad. What's this geezer doing? What are we doing? Oh my god! What are you doing? Oh my god! Oh my god! Did he not see me? Why would you refer? Oh well, sorry MotoGP, I nearly caused an accident. Well, I didn't cause an accident, nearly had an accident. Right, let's get back to the video. I set my heart a little bit racy. Oh dear, perhaps you didn't see me. I didn't expect him to bloody reverse. Yeah, anyway. So it feels a little bit cumbersome pushing it around. I have quite a small garden, so that's understandable. And I had to push it on the grass a little bit, and it is a bit boggy, so that is expected. It's not by any means a heavy bike like my GS. It's adequate. It looks bigger than it actually feels. So once you're riding it, it feels really light. It's a small bike dressed up to be a big bike, which is not a bad thing because they're getting good fuel economy, got good road presence, which I really like. Is it underpowered though? I'll have to test that. So far, the little journey I've just made, the gearbox feels nice and smooth. It gets into neutral really nice. The brakes are perfectly adequate for around town. Back brake is what's to be expected. You don't often ask a lot from a rear brake. We've got rider modes. Right, so we've got E mode, economy, and sport. That's okay. Economy and sport. I'm guessing all that does is limit your throttle, makes it more linear. So if it's wet, I'm guessing it'd be best to put it in E. I'm getting no vibrations at all from the bars. The suspension feels okay. It doesn't feel too soft, which I think is more of a problem if suspension's a bit too soft. Feels like a perfect balance. It soaks up the bumps, but the bike still feels pretty sharp. It's KYB suspension, and the brakes are Nissin. All these components you see on Hondas. I'm not even going to mention the C word, and it's not the 4-letter word you're thinking about. I don't care where this was built. I just get on the bike and I explain to you how it makes me feel. I've done a bit of research into the company as well. It turns out the company has made the engine. It's been going since 1983, and they are responsible for generators, plant machinery, commercial use, stuff like that, and home use. So if they have been doing it for that long, they surely know how to make an engine, especially a generator, because they're normally on all day revving the tits, and they don't normally get the nice cooling that a motorcycle would get. So if you can make a generator, you can make a good motorcycle engine. When buffeting, this is adjustable screen. It's got 2 positions. The buffeting is fantastic on this. It probably might not sound it on the camera, considering it is a very windy day. I've got no turbulence around my head. That design is awesome. These handguards come as standard as well. Wind just goes straight over your hands. I thought I was going to get really cold hands today, because these are like my intermediate season sort of gloves. They're not winter gloves. And yeah, it's 6 degrees today. So yeah, it's pretty cold. Riding position is nice and neutral, pretty much sitting on an armchair. It's a very similar position to my NC750X, but the pegs feel a little bit more forward, so it actually feels like it's less sporty orientated, more comfort, more ready for the long haul. Let's see what it's like standing up. That is absolutely perfect. It feels like I'm on a bloody GS. We have tubeless tyres as well. What a bonus, tubeless tyres. You don't normally get that on middleweight motorcycles at this price range. So the price in the UK currently is $5,999 plus £200 on the road fees, and you get a full 3-set pannier luggage that fits the key. You have one key, does all. You get crash bars, and you have LED spotlights as well. Hand guards, you got auxiliary socket, USB, all come as standard. And this is all things you don't normally get, say, with the Honda NX500. You're looking at about 1,500 quid's worth of accessories there, maybe more, all thrown in, and it's still cheaper than Honda. I'm not disrespecting Honda, make fantastic bikes, but what they've done with this machine, they've offered you all the accessories so you don't have to pay extra. What they could have done is took all the accessories off and make a cheap bike, like say charge you £5,000 for it, but then you'll think, oh, it's too cheap, it's going to be crap. So what they've done is trying to win your love, be generous, and give you all the accessories you'd normally buy when you buy a motorcycle anyway, because at the end of the day, it's a tourer. You can go around the world on it. Why would you not need these accessories? You're gonna need them, and they come with it, and that is brilliant. Nearly swore then. Right, let's pull over, we'll have a little chat, and we'll look at the juicy details of this motorcycle in this lovely, lovely winter's day. Easy to put it in neutral. Right, let's get the stand down, nice and easy to reach. Got a really positive spring on that. I'm going to have to get off like a wally because I've got the panniers on. And there she is in all her glory. Centre stand as standard. How good is that? Centre stand as standard. Right, let's give it a little revvy. Oh, that sounds so good. It's got like a carbon tip on it. I like that mesh sort of grill at the end there. Kind of looks like a Moto GP exhaust with that little grill there, little stone guard. Twin discs, upside down forks, spotlights. Oh, I forgot to say we've got a dash cam as well that records your footage all the time. How good is that? So if I had an accident earlier, I have footage. Let's put it on the centre stand, see how easy or how hard it is to put it on the centre stand. Oh yes, piece of piss. Look at that. That is a lovely looking machine, man. I really like this. The bike that I've owned that I like the most, that was most versatile, was the NC750X, and I feel that this bike is very similar to that. I can really see myself owning one of these. And you know I like blue, regular viewers know I love blue. Lovely colour. You can also get it in a silver grey. LED lights all round. Look at them lights, that's so cool. It's proper sort of aggressive looking, isn't it? How you want an adventure bike to look. The welds are great. Nothing is screaming cheap at me at all. It looks premium. If that had a Honda badge or a Triumph badge, you wouldn't bat an eyelid, would you? Swing arm, gorgeous swing arm, aluminium swing arm, nice and moulded. It's got a nice shape to it. I like it. I really like it. Let's talk through the specs, because I know some of you like the specs. So we have a 494cc parallel twin. It's liquid cooled. It has a 18-litre fuel tank. The tank range is 250 miles. The engine is pushing out 47.6 brake horsepower and 44 Newton meters of torque. Seat height is 810 millimeters. We have tubeless tyres, 4 switchable ABS modes, 2 rider modes, Nissan brakes, KYB suspension, full LED headlights all round, additional spotlights as standard. We have engine guards, panniers and top box all included. That fits the original key. A 7-inch TFT. You can connect your phone to it and have turn signal navigation. It has a tyre pressure system monitoring. It tells you the outside temperature, which is always a good thing, because in England you want to know if it is freaking cold and you might run the risk of riding when it's icy. We have a 12-volt cigarette lighter socket and a USB socket. It has a front dash cam, constantly recording, adjustable front screen, really cleverly designed to stop that buffering. You get 2-year warranty with this machine. Perfect size, not too big, cheap to insure, cheap to run. Right, let's sit on this machine. Nice and easy to get off the stand. Watch me struggle to get on. Hang on a minute. Here we go, lost my bloody foot in there. Right, so this is what I look like on the machine. 810 millimeters ride, well not ride height, seat height. I am 5'9" and a 29-inch inner seam, and I can almost flat foot this. Perfect for me. Absolutely perfect. So that is what it looks like with a massive fatty on it that has short legs. I do like this machine. Very nice. Very nice. Right, let's do a couple of drive-bys. Oh, she goes well. Let's see what she's like turning around. Right. Look at that. Nice. Very nice. Tell you what, that is enough speed, man. This might be a bit awkward. He ain't no monkey, is it? Well, because I can pretty much flat foot this ain't too bad. Should we do a 0 to 60? Shall we? Sure. Ready? Hey! That's fairly quick. It's quick enough to give you a satisfying grin. I've got quite a few reviews on the channel if you want to check them out. A lot of motorcycles that are very similar to this one. If you've got any questions in the comments, if you want any information, what I felt riding, I don't know, the Honda NX as opposed to this, fire away, let me know in the comments below and I'll be happy to answer them. Right, let's talk about seat comfort. The seat is nice and supportive. It's quite firm. Not unbearable. I'd say slightly better than the Himalayan, the Royal Enfield Himalayan, as the padding is a bit more supportive. Not the best, but definitely not the worst. So I've got this bike for a couple of months. I will be doing a more in-depth review of this, what I didn't like, what I loved. This is just my first impressions. If you want to know any more about this motorcycle, if you want to see any more videos on it, let me know. I'll do my best to make them. See if we can get it up to like 60 mile an hour. Look at that, 17 mile an hour. Wind buffeting is fantastic. We've got nearly no vibrations in the bars. It actually feels smoother than the Himalayan, the new one, the 450 Himalayan. That was just a little bit too vibey at 70. I mean, the one that I rode anyway, I don't know if that's the case for all of them. I'd prefer to cruise 70 all day on this as opposed to the 450 Sherpa engine. Really comfortable, no pins and needles, bars are nice and wide. We've got a plastic fuel tank as well, so it's got to be a bit more resilient to knocks, dings. I have got another Voge to review, and that is Jody's loan bike, and that is the 350, so stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for watching. Any questions, drop them below. Until then, I've been Nick, and I'll catch you on the next episode. Ride safe.